And we are joined right now by the beautiful, very, very talented, she's a comedian, she's an actress, she's a comedy writer, she does a little bit of everything. Emma Pyne is my guest. Emma, what's going on today? How are you?
Hey, I'm great. How are you doing?
I am awesome. Hey, I appreciate you coming on the show on short notice. I know you got a lot of stuff. Your life is crazy in a good way right now. So I do appreciate I appreciate some time of your time today.
My pleasure. And the great thing is we're doing this on the phone, so I don't even have to get dressed, which is awesome.
All right, so tell me,
I'm naked right now on my sofa.
Oh man, that's
a hot day. What can I tell you?
That is a nice visual right there, I gotta say. So out in LA, are you guys melting right now? Are you guys having the crazy heat wave like the rest of us?
It's pretty hot. Yeah, I have the AC cranked up. But I'm from Ireland originally, and they have just been getting over the craziest heat wave in Ireland. Like, everybody has been melting in my home country in the last couple of weeks. So yeah, I'm feeling a bit blessed in LA that I'm not. At least we've got air conditioning here.
Gotcha, that's a good thing. So let's jump right into it. When you were a kid, I know that you have a very, very decorated childhood and growing up, and you did a lot of training under some top people. But how old were you when you first recognized you had a gift for performing and making people laugh, and you liked being on stage?
Probably about 3 or 4. I think it was when I started performing or getting up on stage in the first place at our local library. I think reciting poems. That was Little Miss Muffet and various nursery rhymes. I think at the age of 3 or 4, that was kind of where it started. And getting attention, getting people to look at me and laugh at me. And then having been one of 4, there's 4 kids in my family, and having to vie for attention from my parents because there was 3 other kids, trying to get attention too. So in my family, one of my sister's ex-boyfriends said you had to make a written application to speak if you weren't part of our family, because we just all talk loud and everyone talks louder than the next. So yeah, everyone's vying for their bit of attention. It's kind of hard in my family,
That makes sense. That's an interesting dynamic. I never really thought about that, but that actually makes perfect sense that kids would do that. Look, I just have one younger brother, so that really wasn't that big of an issue. But I guess in a bigger family, that would definitely be.
You were all right, you see. There was two kids. I don't think anybody should have more than 2 kids. If I was president, I'd impose that law that only 2 kids per family, because then somebody has to be the middle child, and it's not fair, Somebody gets overlooked, and then people need attention. They have to become actors and stand-up comedians,
I love that.
Parents had given them enough attention. We would not need to do this,
I love that. Okay. I'm gonna throw this curveball at you. I want to know about the Alvin Purple experience. Tell us about that.
Oh my God, you've done your research. That was a thing I did in college. I went to art school in Ireland, and the Alvin Purple experience, if you believe the band is still going. So it's a glam rock cover band, and they wear makeup like Kiss. They do all this crazy makeup on their faces. And we did Gary Glitter and T-Rex and all those kind of covers, all sort of glam rock covers. And I was a backing vocalist with a girl called Fiona Kiley, and we were, there's something, the Bimbet Sisters, I think we were called. And so we did backing vocals and threw marshmallows into the crowd and that kind of thing. It was fun.
Gotcha. Oh man, we got to see some pictures of that on social media. You got to dig.
Oh man, there must be some pictures. Actually, on my Instagram, somebody just posted a picture a couple of days ago. My Instagram is Emma M Pyne, and somebody posted a picture of me from about 1994, and I've got this chubby little baby face, and it's around that time. I was wearing feather boas and brightly colored outfits and things like that.
I got to see that. So tell us about, who were some of your early comic influences? Who were some people that really inspired you to want to do this as a career?
Probably Joan Rivers, actually, was one of the first. I love Joan Rivers. God bless her. I think she's an awesome lady. Taken from us too young, too soon, at the age of 81. I think we could have knocked another 20 years out of Joan Rivers.
Absolutely.
If she hadn't, been so, if she hadn't had so much plastic surgery. I think she died on the operating table, didn't she? But anyway, probably Joan Rivers. I just thought she was so ballsy, and she just said what was on the top of her head. And I went to see her in London. She came to London probably about 10 or 15 years ago now, and I sent a bunch of flowers to the stage door and a little card, and I put, thank you for the laughs and everything else. P.S. I swear I'm not a stalker. And her assistant actually called me back the next day and said, Miss Rivers was really touched, and thank you so much for the flowers. So I thought that was really sweet,
That is.
I think I'd like a card, a business card, and with my number on. So her assistant called me back to thank me. So I always love to honor this for that. It's like, taking the time to make sure that I got a phone call and a thank you. I'm like, that's great.
That is awesome. A very, very classy move by her, definitely.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I want to hear about your very, very first, your very first club gig, your book for your very first. I'm sure you did a lot of amateur nights and open mic type things like that. But what was tell us about let's walk through your very first paid gig where you walk on the stage, and I've always admired comedians. I think that is, you have to have more guts and almost be a little bit crazy to do that as a career. Because I look at it almost like walking out on stage naked. That's how I'm literally envisioning it.
Yeah. We're definitely very needy. We definitely need it, and it is kind of like that. We do want people to see us naked. There's something in that for sure. I started doing comedy about 12 years ago in London, and I quit for quite a long time while I was out here in LA. I've been out here 9 years now, but I got paid to do a gig on a boat in London, and I think honestly the booker had just booked the wrong comedians. It was an all British African, like an all black audience, and with me and a couple of other comics, two of whom were Irish, and I guess our humor wasn't really what they were looking for, and I bombed massively. And I just got paid, but it was a bomb, and I just kept plowing on to the end, and the audience were just looking at me like, what the fuck? And at the end of it, like, the guy I think the bar manager was like, oh my God, this girl needs a bottle of wine, and she gave me a bottle of wine when I came off stage. Like, and I think when you're younger as well, you're a little bit more brazen. I think I don't actually think I didn't think at the time that it went as bad as gone, but it went really bad. I don't think anybody laughed. They were just looking at me like as if I had three heads. Like, why is this the entertainment for the evening?
Oh my God, I cannot.
But yeah, it was funny.
I don't know how you guys can deal with that stuff. So how much of your routine is actual, just like improv, and do you tailor it to your crowd that's actually there that night, or maybe the city that you're in, as opposed to sticking to a set script?
Now I generally have a set. Yeah, I kind of know what I'm doing. But I set maybe 15, 20 minutes, and often I'll get a spot for like 7 to 10 minutes. So I have a shorter set and a longer set. But my stuff isn't for everybody. It is kind of dirty and kind of rude, and I'm Irish, so I swear a lot. And even when I try not to swear, I end up swearing. It's just all of our conversation is peppered with the F word and the C word and all kinds of stuff like that. So that's just how we talk, and so I can't. I've got to try and work clean, but I can't. It's really hard for me. It's like I have Tourette's or something. I keep sticking profanities in there without even knowing it.
I love that. I love the honesty. Hey, Emma, just real quick before we get into talking about your current project that you have coming out this week, are you on a speakerphone by chance? No,
I'm not. No, I've got it on.
Okay, okay, there we go. All right, so let's get back into this. Since you've been into the industry, comedy is obviously a very, very competitive. There's a ton of competition out there. Have you found like people that have been encouraging and offer you advice? Is there a lot of jealousy in the industry? What's been your experience?
I do think people are very supportive. Actually, I do think comics do help each other. I'm not very far up the ladder, but in my experience so far, people have been supportive and people have been helpful, and I think that's because I try to be like that too. And it's like people always say, "Oh God, LA is full of really fickle, vacuous people." It is if you're a fickle, vacuous person. But you know what? You're going to find those fickle, vacuous people wherever you go. You could be in a small town in Ireland. If you're full of shit, you're going to find other people who are full of shit. You know.
Absolutely.
But you know, if you're a good person and you want to help other people and you want other people to do well, I think other people feel the same, and that's kind of always been my outlook. You know, if you kind of have that, yes, it is a hard industry, but I think if we all try to help each other, it makes everybody else better. You know, we make ourselves better and we make other people better. So that's kind of how I look at it. So I have generally found that people are supportive because those are the people I interact with.
That is awesome. That is awesome. So you are multi-talented. You do writing. You're a comedy writer. You're you're an actress, a stand-up comic. If I had to hold a gun to your head and tell you you can only do one of those, which one are you going to pick? Which is the most near and dear to your heart?
The one I would love to do more of is acting. Like, you know, I love stand-up, but, you know, the end game with the stand-up is I'd love to write a TV sitcom or, you know, some kind of a dramedy and be in that. Stand-up is the hardest, I think, of all the art forms. It is really akin to walking on stage and dropping your pants every night and going, "Hey, what do you think of my ass? Okay, let me look at it from this angle. What if I bend over? What do you think of it now?" Comedy is kind of like that. And if it goes well, it's like great sex. And if it goes badly, it's like rape in a frat house. Like, I kid you not. That's how you feel. You come home, if you bomb on stage, it's like, you feel like you've just been raped in a frat house. And it's awful. You kind of feel suicidal. Because of the highs and lows, and I hope my analogies are okay for air, but you know, because of the highs and lows, like, I mean, acting is great. I just got back from Ireland. I filmed a film that I wrote myself, and that was an awesome experience. That everybody was there because of something that I wrote, and you know, all of these people were working because of something that I wrote. And I mean, that was a humbling experience. And you know, I think being an actor and being on camera, if you stay humble and you know, just because you're on camera, you're not more important than the person who's holding the camera or the person who's doing the catering or the person who's doing the running or whatever. Everybody is a cog in the wheel, and you know, the whole thing works together because everybody is focused and everybody does their jobs, whether you're on camera or not. And I think that's kind of what kept my head together. But I hoped that, you know, my idea and my writing had created this other thing for all these people. That was a fantastic feeling. So ideally, I'd love to do that. I'd love to write a show and be in it myself and, you know, create jobs for other people. That's what I'd love to do. And I mean, stand-up is great because, you know, you go out there, you're on your own. But that in itself is fantastic, but it's also lonely. And you know, if you don't do well, if you bomb that night, that's on you too, and nobody else is there to sort of go, "Oh well, it wasn't your fault." No, it's your fault. You read the room wrong. You know, you can't blame anybody else. You know, so that's empowering, but it's also kind of, you know, awful.
That's a lot of responsibility, definitely.
Yeah.
So you and we were talking yesterday, and I could just sense how excited you are about this new project. We did. So this is a perfect segue to start jumping into that.
Yeah.
Tell us about it. Tell us your role. Tell us everything about it.
It's a film. It's a film called Angels on Tap. It opens in LA this Friday for a week. I'm hoping that they will roll it out to theaters across the country. That would be awesome. But I think just for now it's going to open in LA and see what happens if we get reviewed by the LA Times. It's a comedy piece written by one of the writers from MASH, the 70s television series, and he's obviously got Jamie Farr in it because he's an old friend. Jamie Farr was Klinger from MASH, and Ed Asner is in it, who was Lou Grant and Mary Tyler Moore, and you know, Ed Asner is the big star, and we've got Marion Ross in it. I think she was in Happy Days. I'm pretty sure. I think it was Happy Days. I didn't get that in Ireland, but when I was growing up. But yeah, so there's a lot of old comedy sitcom actors in it, and I'm in it. And it's an ensemble piece, so everybody has kind of the same amount of airtime. and it's pretty funny actually. It's pretty cool. I'm definitely proud of it. And we're all angels. We've all got wings, and it's a guy. The premise is a guy is driving on the freeway, and he takes a wrong turn, gets off the freeway, and goes into what he thinks is a bar. And then when he sits down, he realizes that all the patrons of the bar are angels. They've all got wings, and he's actually in heaven. And but he doesn't realize it at the time. But the angels are all disgruntled with what's happening on Earth. Sure. So I'm the angel of the earth. I'm the artist muse, and apparently I was the one that inspired Michelangelo and Leonardo da Vinci and everybody right up to sort of rock stars of today. I was supposed to be the inspiration, but I'm disgruntled with what's going on in the art world today. So yeah, it's quite a funny piece.
It sounds
like it's going to be well received.
It sounds like it. What do you learn, like working with veteran, like legends like that, Ed Asner? What were like the biggest things that you took, just like in their work ethic or their preparation? What were things?
Yeah. Well, they're first of all, they're very humble people. They're just the same as everybody else, and great work ethic, and just fantastic to watch them work. They're really focused and. Ed Asner is phenomenal. Like he plays his angel is he's drunk, and he's like you can watch him like getting drunk even though he's not drinking. And his nose gets red, and he really looks drunker and drunker. And the further he goes on, and it's like this is amazing. He's obviously, and he's got the physicality. His facial, he's starting to go red, and his nose is getting sort of. And he's sweating and everything like a drunk, even though he's not drunk. So that was like, wow, Ed Asner is a legend, and you can see why he's just such a phenomenal actor. But yeah, they're all clearly as I've gone on with my career. When you meet older people who've been doing this for maybe 60 or 50, 60 years, first of all, they're very humble. They never get too caught up in the BS of being a superstar or being famous, and secondly they're very focused. They do the work. So they're very humble and they just do the work, and you can see that they love what they do. And I think if you love what you do, you don't really get old. You just keep doing what you love, and then you die, and your body gets old, but you're still the same person inside as you were when you started this at like 16, 17, 18.
Absolutely. That is an amazing perspective. I love that. It's very cool. I'm jealous that you got to experience that. I can't wait to see this. Gonna be glad to check that out. So before you go, we have a quick segment called Rapid Fire. I just throw some topics out at you and just get whatever the first thought is that comes to mind for you. You just spit it out for us. Mm-hmm. All right. So what is your all-time favorite, funniest movie?
Oh. There's an Irish movie called The Guards. It's brilliant. It's got Brendan Gleeson, an Irish actor, and Don Cheadle in it. The Guards. I think it's on Netflix. It's hilarious. Gotta watch it. I will definitely check that out. Okay, in your opinion, who is the all-time greatest late-night talk show host? Late-night talk show host. I like John Oliver at the moment. Awesome. That's an interesting pick. A very interesting selection. All right, we are going to cast the beautiful Emma Pyne in a hit romantic comedy. It's going to be a smash hit. Going to win all kind of awards. Who are you going to cast opposite of you as your male co-star? Let me think. Ryan Gosling or Jamie Foxx. Maybe I'll have a love triangle with Jamie Foxx and Ryan Gosling. All right, we're gonna switch it up on you. Okay, you got to tell me, when is the last time you cried? The last time I cried? God, I cry all the time. I kid you not. Okay, here's. I was at Barry's boot camp in West Hollywood on the treadmill, and the girl next to me fell off the treadmill, and I got so upset for her that I started to cry. I pulled the emergency stop as the treadmill stopped, but then I got upset because I thought she was hurt, so I started to cry, and then I stopped myself. But I cry really easily. Like, and in the film that I just did in Ireland, like, they had to keep telling me to stop crying. Like, stop crying, stop crying. The character wouldn't cry. And I'm like, I know, I wrote this, but okay, I'll try not to cry.
That is hilarious. You're
crying the whole time.
You're better than most people, because most people, with the girl that fell on the treadmill, most people have pulled out their cell phone and put it on Instagram and had videos and everything else on there. So you're better.
That's pretty funny. I mean, she was holding on to the top, but I was like, oh my god, she's going to break her teeth. And I pulled the emergency ring, and then I was like, I was so upset for her.
That is hilarious. Okay, your favorite perfume, your favorite.
Break my heart. Like, I know a guy, a really, really old man. He must have been 100. I met him in Trader Joe's the other day, and he had some cornflakes, and all he was buying was a box of cornflakes, and he stopped to let me walk past him, and just because he's an old gentleman, and I nearly cried then as well, because I was just like, he's just so beautiful.
That is awesome. That is awesome. I'm like that. I'm the same way. I can cry. I can be driving and sitting in traffic at a stoplight, and a certain song can come on, and it can remind me of something when I was young, and I can just sit there and tear up. It's embarrassing.
Crying is great. It's so underrated. People should cry. Apparently, there's a hormone that's released when you actually release tears that calm you down. And you know, animals shake off fear and they shake off trauma, but humans don't. And I think, you know, crying is really good for us to, you know, shake off fear and trauma and all those frustrations and stuff. So yeah, cry more. It's good.
Absolutely. What's your favorite perfume?
Favorite perfume? Oh, let's see. I like Jo Malone, Oud and Bergamot, but it's so expensive. I also like Angel by Tia.
All right, great selections. Just a couple more here. You're Irish, so I got to ask, on St. Patrick's Day, do you enjoy some green beer, corned beef, and cabbage? Is that something you partake in?
No, I do not. I don't need to do that because I'm Irish. You know, I don't need to drink 8 hours straight. Irish people would never do that. We don't eat corned beef and cabbage in Ireland. That's an Irish-American thing. We don't drink car bombs. All those things. And even the term Black Irish, I didn't even know what that was. I thought, I had a friend half African, half Irish. I thought that was Black Irish. But I realised here it means something else. So, yeah, no. On St. Patrick's Day, I definitely acknowledge it by wearing green, but I don't even need to go out and get absolutely hammered for 8 hours straight.
I love it. All right, and the last one is, what is the best concert you've ever attended?
Oh, the best concert I've ever attended. Oh my God! Wow. Let's see. I'm probably going to say U2 because they're an Irish band and they are pretty awesome. I've seen them a bunch of times. Muse are amazing live. A British band called Muse. They're really phenomenal. I've seen the Stones live. They were really phenomenal. I'm probably forgetting some really awesome concerts. Yeah, the Stones I saw when they played downtown LA. At the Staples Center a few years back. That was awesome. And I just saw Bruce Springsteen on Broadway. My boyfriend's a huge Bruce Springsteen fan. That was awesome too.
Go. Those are great choices. I love this conversation. You are awesome. I'm a big fan of yours. You got it
so much, Jeff. You're awesome too.
No, you have to promote your social media. Let us know how we can find you on Instagram, Twitter, all that different kind of stuff. And then again, shout out your film.
Everything is Emma M. Pyne. So that's EMMA, and then M as in Mary, like the Virgin Mary, and then Pyne, Pyne, and so that's Twitter and Instagram. But I honestly, I don't really use Twitter an awful lot. I'm sort of getting into Instagram a lot more now. But yeah, I mean Twitter. I can't really do Twitter. Do you do Twitter? Do you like Twitter?
Not really. I post the links. I post my interview links there, but that's pretty much it. I'm not very active. I'm too busy with other stuff. But
yeah, it's funny, isn't it? It's like I feel like I wish I was 20 because if I was 20, I'd know. Instagram and Twitter would be so, you know, they'd just be second nature. I'm gonna have to get like a 15-year-old to manage my Twitter and Instagram accounts.
There you go.
They know what's going on.
There you go. I'm the same way. Well, hey, congratulations on the film. I'm going to be watching you. We're going to make sure that we get a bunch of people to check it out. I know it's going to be a great project. I am super happy for you. And we got to get you to Omaha. We want you to come here and perform at the at the Funny Bone in Omaha.
I'd love to.
So yeah. So just we'll be keeping track of you this summer, and I know lots of big things are coming your way. So congratulations in advance on that.
Thanks so much, Jeff. And I'll put you on my mailing list, so when sending stuff out, you can see the news, you can see what's going on.
Sounds good. I appreciate it. Will you enjoy? Enjoy the rest of your afternoon and go put some clothes on now.
I will, yeah.
All right, thank you.
Clothes, who needs clothes?
Thank you, Emma. We appreciate it.
All right, thanks so much, talk to you soon. Take care.
Emma Pyne, she's awesome. She's a great follower on social media. Check her out. Check us out as well. We have a Facebook page, Keeping It Real with Jeff Richardson. Go on there, like the page. We have a whole bunch of great interviews on there, a whole bunch of great other interviews that are going to be on the way. I've interviewed Grammy winners, athletes, comedians, adult film stars, a little bit of everything. Go on there, show love. If you like what you see, make sure you spread the word. Support us on YouTube as well. Subscribe to that channel. You'll see all the interviews that way. We got a whole bunch of cool projects in the work. We got some investigative reporting type stuff coming up. We got some dating stuff coming up. We got a whole bunch of cool stuff. So you're going to make sure you want to be a part of our family. Show love. We are on Twitter, jrichardson402. You can add me on Facebook if you want to do that. We interviewed Emma Pyne's friend on Sally Mullen on my old YouTube channel. So we've had a lot of great comedians. Alonzo Bowden. We've had Lunell. I've interviewed a whole bunch of 4 Grammy winners, Hall of Fame athletes, a little bit of everything. So make sure you show love, check that out, hit that subscribe button. Positive people doing positive things, and we are out. Check out Emma's movie Friday.